Welcome back to AM Northwest. Make 2025 a year filled with more kindness and compassion. Here to share how we can use curiosity to create connection, we welcome the author of The Economy of Kindness, Linda Cohen. Good to see you again. It's been a while.
It is. Thank you for having me.
Curiosity, first of all, you say is your superpower.
I kind of think it is.
Yeah. And how does that lead to kindness?
So I think being curious is leaning into other people, figuring out something that maybe you have that's a connection to another person. My husband will joke that I can connect with anybody, whether it's on an airplane, at a car rental, at a hotel, you know, at the library.
Right.
So,
well, I think now is a really good time for us to try to be kinder to each other.
100%. Yeah. If we are more curious about people, maybe we'll find the similarities. We have heard over and over again that we're different from each other, and I don't believe that that's true. I believe we are more similar than we are different from each other, and we just have to lean into that curiosity and then ask questions.
So how do we do that?
Number one, is there something? So I was once at a hotel where it said somebody's name and it had that they loved, you know, animals, or that they loved to play violin.
Okay.
So can you create a way where you talk to somebody? Maybe you're at a coffee shop and you just inquire to them. Are you from around here?
Yeah.
You know, what makes you come here?
So you're saying pay attention to what's around you.
Pay attention.
Okay.
Pay attention. Put your phone down. Pay attention. Engage with other people. Now I know not everybody is an extrovert.
No.
I'm a super extrovert.
Yeah.
So, but maybe you're sitting next to someone and they're reading a book, or they are, you know, looking at something in a newspaper, and you could strike up a conversation like that. Or they just took a book out of the library, and maybe you could ask a question about that.
You create connection then every time you ask a question.
100%. If you pay attention and you ask questions, you are going to create a connection with another human being who's sitting near you, walking near you, working with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say there are some of us that we're not connected to some family and friends that we used to be.
Yeah.
And now things have changed and we don't connect with them. How do you suggest being kinder to them, connecting with them?
So when we aren't curious, we are assuming we know everything about them. We are judging that there's something about them that we know everything about. And I would say put those down, put those ideas down, and just start a conversation. You just said you were playing games over the holidays, and you were talking to older relatives about, you know, history of theirs. So maybe there's something about that. I've actually been doing the same thing since Thanksgiving. I found a box of photos that my grandmother brought from Danzig, Germany, Poland, and I've been like using my magnifying glass to look at these pictures because they're fascinating.
Yeah.
I can't talk to her live in person anymore, or my relatives, but talking to a relative that you've had some kind of a breakup with could certainly be important.
Do you think that we can find some commonality with every person out there, even people that we don't
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think you can find a commonality with every single person out there. They may be a parent, they may be they're all children. Everybody has parents, you know, everybody, not everybody has children, but everybody has parents. So they all had a childhood. Maybe there was some question that you like to ask. I mean, if you just get curious and start asking questions and pay attention, I think it's a way to lean into that. And even in the workplace, like imagine you work in some organization and there's somebody you see sort of regularly, but you don't know them. Invite them to go to lunch, invite them to have a cup of coffee or go for a walk. And my guess is you might learn something about them that you hadn't expected.
What are the most common questions you ask people?
For being curious?
Yeah.
What are you thinking about today?
Yeah.
You know, how's your day going? Or what are you excited about? You know, it's the new year, so you could ask people, what are you excited about? I mean, maybe that's assuming that they're excited about something.
When you're a curious person, like you are, you also have to be a good listener.
Totally. Totally. So you leave space and you pause. That's something I work on every day.
Is listening as opposed to talking?
100%.
Okay.
100%. But when we listen, we learn things about people. I mean, I'm the person who will sit next to you on an airplane, and I will ask questions because I'm fascinated. Like, who is this person? I met a guy once from Mexico City, and he was telling me all about it and the country and the food. And by the end of the conversation, I was like, I want to go to Mexico City. Like, he just made it really real for me.
And do you feel then in that connection, in that conversation with that person, that he felt the kindness that you were giving him?
100%.
Because you paid attention to him.
Yeah. Actually, we found out we both had lost both of our parents. So we we were talking about having been, younger people having lost both of our parents. So that was an immediate connection for both of us.
And then I'm sure the animals too, like the animal connection is so.
Oh, that's true. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have pets? Are you a dog person or cat person?
Right.
I often ask that when I'm doing speaking.
See, there you go. That's an easy one because regardless of like your political differences,
100%.
we usually have a connection.
Well,
there,
it's dog, cat, neither or both. That's usually the question I ask because sometimes people aren't pet people.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they have them all. And, And I asked you, do you have those dogs come in at night?
Yeah, you remembered from all those years ago. Yeah.
That's a superpower too, is just remembering something somebody told me and trying to pull it out. I think people are so desperate for connection right now that when you show a little bit of interest in someone, they will absolutely show up.
We want to tell everyone the book again is called The Economy of Kindness. Linda Cohen, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Helen.
All right.